Oh, we're crushing it today, Victoria.
Very
and our
close.
next question.
Our next question.
Our next question
is from Skippy.
Oh, we got to show.
Should I do anything?
No, not yet. We have to do the intro first.
No, we've done all of that. We've
Oh,
got 5
you!
questions so far.
5 questions in. Oh my God, everyone! They're going to
Hello,
be joining
you guys.
saying,
Welcome to another
how did
exciting
I miss it?
Feel It
Facebook
Real.
is being dodgy again.
Quit talking. Welcome to another exciting Feel It Real fun episode. Your questions, your manifesting questions answered live on our 24th of April,
All right.
2020.
Hey, DDD and Triple M people, or Double M and Triple D people, say who you are. Say, hey, Triple D, MM, just for
All of you
fun,
not
right?
like-
MM
I
Angela,
was
MM
joshing.
Angela just did it, right?
Angela did.
So y'all, if you just say like MM
Hello,
Joy,
Joy.
Triple D, MM Joe,
Hello,
so
yeah,
on and so forth, yeah,
Skippy.
MM Cass.
Yes, it's going to be from
yeah,
Skippy.
like, wouldn't this be fun? So we went
Skippy
y'all
the
to...
kangaroo.
Why do you keep putting it back there?
I'm hitching up my dax.
Oh my God. I'll get them for you.
Right, hello, Grandma.
Yo, the
Maria
Grant Monk.
Louisa.
How you doing, Maria? Triple D people.
Hello, Nasha.
All right, look at that. Jesse's
All right.
saying it. Jesse's complying.
DDDs.
Absolutely. All
DDD
right,
Scott,
cool.
Skippy Joe.
So, we'll tell you to do this again later because we just want everyone to see the size of the family, right? The size of the family. Anyway, so Victoria, visit us at freeneville.com. Why?
Subscribe to our 221 email list while you're there, and you'll get an email, a pseudo-random email, every day until you die or 20 dies.
The goodness. By the way, Grant Monk just ran out of... He made me inspired because it's like, you guys that have been here, we don't have a designator for you yet.
Nothing makes you.
So like...
It's all your own wonderful human imagination. The state that you step into, that's what makes it happen.
All right.
Sorry, yes.
And
what
for-
did he inspire you about? Sorry, say it again.
No, I already said it once. ManifestingMasteryCourse.com. What's that all about, Victoria?
It's a 90-day adventure that 20 put together.
Made it up.
Structured. One email, well, one lesson every day.
That's right.
Something to play with every day.
That's right.
For 90 days. And it's fantastic.
It takes like... Now, here's my question. Ready? You guys that are still sitting on the fence, sending me hundreds of emails.
Yeah.
All right? Are you worth 25 minutes a day? And are you worth $1 a day? Like, seriously. Because it's like, oh, I'm still thinking about, are my dreams worth $1 a day? In 25 minutes. It's like, no. Watch The Simpsons. It's free. Or ManifestingMasteryCourse.com.
Colleen.
Triple D.
DDD.
Yo.
And for refunds, go to feelitrealfun.com.
That's right.
That's
cool.
right.
Ready,
So that's
guys?
all of that.
We're going to dive in, Tom.
We're
Welcome
going
to
to
the
dive
show.
in because we've got
right?
loads of questions.
And again, all you people in Triple D and MM and so on, like point it out. Tell us right now. Type in, like, Scott, you're in Triple D. Type it. Carlene, Triple D, type it. Boom, right? Just let everyone know because we want people to see how big the family is. And for some reason, it'd be fun. All right.
It'd be fun.
Carlene says it's amazing. It is, isn't
good
it?
one,
Seriously?
Carlene.
Love you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Boom. Nisha. Triple D. All right.
Cool.
Triple D.
So
All
the
right.
first question, Joe was right. The first question's from Skippy.
Yo, Skippy.
Should I do anything after I...
Alrighty, here we go, guys.
I saw your video from Good Friday. I saw the part that you mentioned...
Good for me, not so good for Jesus. Go ahead. True.
Good Friday. Got you. I saw the part that you mentioned that you shouldn't worry about the how. Does that mean you shouldn't even look into a subject? Like working from home. You shouldn't research jobs out there? Or do you just focus on the end result and not even worry about searching for a job?
Cool, Skippy. So here's what happened. Ready? So you want an answer, right? And if we don't do anything,
You wouldn't have asked.
you wouldn't have typed it, and I wouldn't have replied. All right. So, for you guys that really don't get this, right? And but I'm not saying you, Skippy, but I go to these Neville Goddard groups, and they say Neville said, "Do nothing, do absolutely nothing. Hide under your bed and piss your pants for 4 years." Yeah, no, he didn't say that.
No.
But it's like Neville didn't say do nothing ever, right? You know, he filled out the paperwork. He went to see the sergeant. He stood in line. Neville shares, he got on the little boat. He just didn't imagine. He actually got on. He walked up the gangplank, right? It's like, I'm imagining being back in America, but I'm not going to walk up the gangplank. They gave me tickets. Not going to pick them up. Right? I mean, like, I see a pretty girl, not going to bother giving her a sniff or a compliment. That's right.
Right.
So, get it? Boom. By the way, you're gonna naturally do what you naturally need to do, unless you resist it and decide to go all dogmatic, which is nuts, or
Yeah.
right?
Unless you question it and should I be
yeah,
doing?
wait
yeah.
for inspired action. My old
wanna
buddy
work from
Joe,
home?
inspired action, which means there's uninspired action. So, like Neville says, all that you do, all that befalls you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, boom. By the way, I imagined great questions for today's show, and you gave me one. But if I imagined great questions for today's show, and you gave me one, but I was imagining a great show, should I actually do the show?
Should you read it?
Oh, yeah, should I read it?
Yeah.
I mean, like, you get it?
Yeah.
It's all about living life. So you grab it by the next question.
Next question. So that was from Skippy 1, and now we've got Skippy 2.
Oh, my God. Boom.
Do I need a mantra? Another question. Do you ever recommend to have a mantra that you can repeat throughout the day to remind yourself that you're living in the state of the wish fulfilled? Like repeating, amazing things are happening, or something like that.
All the time, I walk around screaming at the top of
Isn't
my
it
lungs.
wonderful?
I am happily married and I'm a great puppy dad.
Yeah,
Right?
no.
I mean, to the point sometimes where the police come. Right? Like, I mean, they come and they come on down and say, how you doing? And oh, policeman, I'm not yelling that the policemen are coming, right? I'm yelling that I'm a loving husband and a loving puppy dad, right? So why don't you leave me the fuck alone, right? And then I'll just start imagining, I'm going to yell, leave me the fuck alone a whole bunch, right? Especially when the police do come. Oh my God, imagine the fun. Right? No, you don't need a mantra, right? If anything, go to that little do something, do nothing thing at freeneville.com, because Neville says you can do nothing to aid it. You can do nothing to make it happen.
Yeah.
But you get to play your part.
Yeah.
If you're feeling it real and you really nail it, if you feel like a mantra will help me stay in my state,
Or bring the good things to me.
faster.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, see if I imagine being a happy husband, right? And I walk around chanting that I'm a happy husband, maybe I'll have 2 wives. At once. Oh, imagine the fun. Imagine the attorney's fees. Like when they find out about each other.
I imagine.
Could they both?
You'd be
No, for
destitute under the bridge.
for the lawyers, yeah, for the lawyers out there, Brian. So if I imagine being happily married and I'm chanting that I'm happily married and I get 2 wives at once, can they both use the same attorney to divorce me?
They might just get married together.
Well, depending upon where you
you
are, it's the State of the Union. All right. I am too sexy. All right.
Excellent.
So, thanks for
that's
playing.
great, Skippy, too. And actually, I think that's a perfect resource for you. Do something or do nothing. Because both of those are like, you know,
Yeah, you
what
just
do I need to
went right up
do?
that alley. It's good.
Yeah.
Thank you for asking, by the way. This will help a lot of people because a lot of people really get stuck with this, right? Boom.
Cool. Next question's from Sarah in Manifesting Mastery.
I really wish I had a lolly.
And me, that'd be nice.
Why don't you go get some?
You can wait till after the show.
And Victoria goes to Kohl's.
Okay, I'll go and get them, actually. Here
This
you
is
go.
great. All right. Isn't it funny, guys? Like, seriously, like I'm imagining like a lolly, and suddenly Victoria wants one too. Jamaica, yo, love you, buddy. Nice to see ya. Boom, 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 boom. So while Victoria's dicking around, I mean, getting lollies, right? What? Oh, she's not dicking. So while she's dicking around and getting lollies for us, why don't you, if you're in MM, type MM. If you've in it, done it. If you're in or done triple D, same thing. If you've been here live in the garden, type in garden just for fun. I just want everyone to just get how cool this is and how it grows exponentially.
Right,
Are you done making noise with that?
listen to it. God.
It's
He
unbelievable.
asks for a lolly and then tells me off for making noise.
Oh, see,
Right.
I'm not concerned with the how.
These are eights.
Triple D,
these.
Jerry, and MM, and in the garden.
Little eucalyptus
Can I just have one?
balls. And they're really yummy.
I
He
love
chews
it.
them. I suck my favour.
I'm mature.
Right.
She's a sucker. All right.
I'm not a sucker. I don't fall for nothing. Right.
Right. Like Maggie Simpson.
Sarah in Manifesting Mastery
All right.
asks, oh, now I'm going to be doing, well, it's mainly you. Help with my son. Autism.
This is really good, guys.
While I read it, I'll take it out. My desire, one of many, is to completely and permanently heal my son's non-verbal autism. How can I visualise him speaking when I do not know what his speaking voice sounds like? Do I make one up? It's the details that I get lost in, and I find myself getting frustrated. He's starting kindergarten in September for children with special needs, although my ultimate dream goal would be to have him completely healed and be able to attend the same school as my 6-year-old for neurotypical children. There are many areas of development that he would need to catch up on, too many to list here, but I don't know if I should try to manifest one thing at a time or focus on him attending kindergarten at the same school as with his older sister in the fall. Am I complicating this?
Absolutely. And you're doing it in the most lovely way because you give a shit.
You're loving, yeah.
Right? Let's just be blunt. You love him. Right? So, happy, loving mom. What would you feel? God, if he was 12, if he was 18, if he's 6, doesn't matter. What would you feel knowing that he's doing great? I was the shy little kid. I didn't have autism or anything, but I was the shy little kid. And, I mean, you couldn't get me to talk in front of a classroom, much less to a teacher, right? They sent me to a speech pathologist, for God's sake. Because the speech pathologist said he's uncomfortable talking. He doesn't have anything to say to you. Right?
Unusual, really.
But
anything to say.
Yeah, imagine that. But here's why I mention that. Do you get? I mean, I can talk anytime, anywhere to anyone about anything. I usually don't. I talk to a lot of people, but it's all about joy, right? So here's my thing. How would you feel if you just listened to your son share something special? And it could be from a stage, it could be with a teacher, it could be with his friends. But how would you feel if you just heard your son sharing something special? And here's the cool thing, notice, how would you feel? You don't have to hear him.
Yep.
Right? How would you feel? This is like the woman that says, I've never been happily married. How do I imagine that? And I say, what would be missing? There would be something missing. The fear of being old and lonely, living under a bridge. If I say the word Tinder, do you cringe? Like, someone happily married doesn't cringe at the word Tinder.
You're right?
There'll be something missing as well with you as a happy, loving mom, proud of your son. Right? And whether or not he goes to regular school this year or next year, none of that matters. That's all middles.
Yeah.
But the real ends, again, notice the theme of today's show emerging? Pretty cool, isn't it? What's the real end? You as that happy mom. Triple D Dave says he gave the commencement address. Yeah, how would you feel if he gave the commencement address or if he spoke at his graduating class? And it wasn't like, oh, there's the autistic kid speaking. You get the difference here? Right?
And I'd almost, if I was the mum, it's almost like I wouldn't even be focusing so much on him giving that address, but I'd be looking at the acknowledgement from the rest of the audience, like their understanding and appreciation of what he's saying and stuff. And
notice
notice
what she said about what he's saying. Not that he's the autistic kid doing an okay job. You got it? There's the difference. In my world, his problem doesn't even exist. And here's where people get goofed up because they imagine the congratulatory conversation of, yep, your son with autism did great. This should be so far removed from it that it's not even there. Right? Oh, my God. Yeah. Your son's talk was wonderful. You hear that, how's that make you feel? Got it? Would you believe I was the sickly, shy, bedwetting kid at 12? Right? Wouldn't dare talk to a girl. Right? Look at me. Shut me up. How many people do I talk to a day at the bike trail? It's how many there that are there minus one, because there's always one that slips by.
Yeah.
Right? So how many are there? Subtract one. That's how many people that I grab. Right? You don't get past me. Right? So boom. Caroline, thank you.
Thanks, Caroline. That's
Cool.
lovely.
Boom.
Yep.
All right.
Cool, and thank you, Sarah.
God, this lolly gets in the way of me talking.
Oh, no, that's why I took mine out while I asked the next question, then I'll pop it back in. All right. Oh, Return of Skippy. My God. He keeps coming back for more. Right.
He's like Godzilla.
We have Skippy the bush kangaroo, so the return of Skippy
it
almost
always
feels
does her
like
head right in, always.
it's like the return series of Skippy the bush kangaroo. Right, sorry, Skippy, but that's actually, we all love our kangaroos out here in Australia, so it's actually a compliment.
They taste so good.
Skippy asks, mood, music, and manifesting. Okay, great. I do have another question, if you don't mind putting in the show if it's not too late. Is it okay if you listen to music during your Feel It Real sessions? I don't mean like relaxing piano music, sorry Diamond Dave, but any type of music where you can visualise and bring that brings you emotion. For some reason, music from hair bands from the 80s and 90s always helped me feel emotion of imagining my end result. It's like a soundtrack to my scenes of living in the end.
Cool, let's nail a couple bits. Ready? So if you like Enya, I want you to listen to death metal. If you like death metal, I want you to listen to Enya. If you play them both at different speeds backwards, they really do turn out to be the same, by the way, right? I'm like Tipper Gore. I've done a lot of research, right? So you guys all remember Tipper Gore playing records backwards in the 80s? Seriously, guys. Anyway,
yes.
So what was I talking about? Mood music, right?
Mood music.
Cool. First of all, the scene about emotions, right? So you can see if you want to listen to music. I mean, fuck, you can drink a glass of whiskey and feel it real if you want to, or eat some meat, or put on some music. It doesn't matter. You can take a whiz, and while you hear the urine hitting the bowl, right? I mean, you're entering that state of the state akin to sleep, right, Oliver? Right? I'm doing it right now.
Pissing. Oh, no.
Anyway.
Yes.
Right? So here's the fun thing.
Yeah.
It's not about emotions. This is about what would you feel if your wish were naturally a part of your life like right now, right? So, like, you don't imagine, if you just won the big race, you don't imagine racing. What would you feel if you won the big race? You'd first know you won it. Second of all, you'd probably feel good, that kind of thing. I mean, you could play Eye of the Tiger if you want to. But Eye of the Tiger. I bet you all never heard Bill Clinton do Eye of the Tiger before. I still haven't. But isn't it wonderful? Monica, isn't it wonderful? You can skip the music. If you want to listen to it, listen to it. Like I said, I mean, like, I had a lady once, she told me that she really manifested better when she takes Thorazine. I really found, so I asked her, I said, did you take one before emailing me? And she says, no. And I said, well, I'm going to keep battling with you till you take one. You don't need it, right?
Yeah.
Boom. So
I'm also thinking, Skippy, actually, it sounds like maybe your sessions are protracted, like long, because by the time I got up to put my music on, I could have done. I've done my session.
Yep.
Yep.
By the way, you're hearing the music before you hear the music, right? The tiger. I mean, like, I got to hear it before I push the button to play it, right? But on the other hand, what were those videos we did? Scene versus setting, the alpha action ones.
Yeah, alpha action. They're cool too.
Joe says if you play Nickelback backwards, you hear the devil. I want to be a rock star.
Nickelback. What's the opposite of nickel? Dollar forward.
Hoo-ha.
Maybe that's what you hear.
All right.
No.
So copper forward.
Right.
All right.
Copper forward. Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, so that was Skippy again. Thank you very much for your question. And I'll make sure I add those links up for you.
You're awesome, Vic and Natoria.
Right. The next question's from Viddy.
I'm sorry, Joe. I can't even say that, but it's too funny. That's probably okay. Thanks, buddy.
All right, sorry. The next question is from Viddy. What really manifests? Is it possible to manifest things only by self-talk and no actual visualization?
When I watch what people are doing with Neville out there, they're fragmenting things in weird ways. So, can I visualize, or do I do self-talk? Or I don't even know what half of it means half of the time. But here's the thing. Ready? Imaginal experience leads physical experience. So if I imagine her yum, lunch comes together in the coolest ways. You notice I don't imagine making lunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? She might make it, I might make it, we might make it, we might order it out. But I guarantee if I know her yum,
Yeah.
how would I feel if I heard her yum? Going back to the loving mom question a few ago. Ready? How would I feel hearing her yum? I can guarantee that all that had to happen for lunch to happen happened. Somebody write that down. All that had to happen. All that had to happen for lunch to happen. Happened. That's right. Thanks for making sure I didn't leave that out. So somebody write all that down. If you're in the YouTubes, the refunds.
Yeah.
All right, did I answer that? Yeah, I think so.
did.
Cool. Imaginal experience leads physical experience. Check out the gates. We've got that playlist on feelitrealfun.com on the gates. Really just nail those. Yeah, like the whole thing of if I'm imagining her yum, I could hear it. That's one of the gates. I could feel it as I grab her by the face. Not just face. Grabbing her by the face and feeling her yum. Right? I could taste it. Yeah, while I'm licking her face. Right? I could smell her face while she's saying yum. All right. So check out the Gates videos. Cool. Oh, we're in one of those moods today. Must be the sugar.
And the dogs. That's why. Sorry.
Yeah, they're
you
out
might
there.
have heard it. We just heard the dogs running the fence line. So, yeah.
All right.
Okay, so that was from Viddy. Thank you very much. Right.
The lolly thing is not going over well.
It's not. What was your suggestion? Okay. The next question's from Mark in Manifesting Mastery. Buying the pearl. My confusion...
Oh, hold on. I got to acknowledge this. James Davis is into armpits. Cool. Didn't know that about you, buddy.
And taste her armpit.
James, good on you, pal. So now you can make up the armpit method. All right, so whose armpit and how would you experience it if your wish were fulfilled? Okay, so the armpit method. It's never 20's fault. 20's always right.
In fact, you could do a gate on each of those because you can see an armpit.
You can lick an armpit.
You can smell and lick and taste an armpit.
Oh, false.
And you can hear an armpit.
If
My
you do
brother
that,
did that one.
he's probably still doing it.
Yeah.
Except now he can use his belly.
All right.
Anyway.
So, the next question's from Mark in Manifesting Mastery. Buying the pearl.
Cool.
My confusion continues because one of the things I've tried to manifest is better eyesight. With my regular eye doctor got very ill and had to retire. So I had to switch eye doctors. And the new eye doctor prescribed some basic treatments like warm compresses and specific moisturising drops, as well as an update in my eyeglass prescription. I do the warm compresses and the eye drops every night, in addition to another set of drops I have to do for glaucoma, and my vision has improved. So I've not yet bought the pearl because I'm doing these things and putting my faith in them because they are proving to work.
Cool. Ready? So let's imagine you're taking a day trip, right? Jen again and I had this discussion someplace else. So let's imagine you're taking a day trip, right? And before you go, you fill up the tank full of petrol, otherwise known as gasoline in the old country. Do you blame the lovely day that you had with the amazing Victoria on your day trip on the petrol? No. Yeah, it's probably a good idea, right? Before you leave the house, before we do anything long distance, I always check the oil, right? And if the petrol gets down to like a quarter, I always fill it up, no matter where we are. I don't care what it costs. That's what's nice when you double your income at work half the time, right? I can go in there and get petrol, peanut butter, anywhere. Don't care, right? But here's the thing, guys.
Yeah.
If you blame the petrol, oh my God. So we got petrol at BP, right? And we had a great road trip. That was cool. Well, the next time we got petrol from Shell. That was the road trip from hell. Doesn't matter what I was imagining about her. It was the fucking petrol, right? Now, here's the thing, right? If I'm imagining a lovely road trip with her, and we get in the car, right? And the lifters are clacking in the engine, right? Because there's no oil, and it's on E still for 4 days in a row, right?
Not good.
Not good.
Not a good road
right?
trip.
Yeah, not a good road trip. So the great road trip comes from imagining a great road trip. But as part of being a responsible BMW owner, right, and husband, yeah, I make sure there's some petrol in the damn car, right? And I make sure there's some oil in there, because getting stuck on the side of the road with Emmett or Victoria is not fun. I mean, with Victoria, it's not bad, right? You get out a blankie, some wine, have a good time, frolic in the meadow, smell some armpits. But there's the answer right there. Got it? So can you do your eye treatments? Sure. Right? Yeah. Here's the thing, right? You're imagining improved eyesight. And for some reason, right, your eye doctor retires. For some reason, the new one has you doing some different things. Just might be bridges. Got it? This is what's important, because I imagine health. I imagine profound health, longevity, high energy, all that stuff. And you should see the amount of butter I consume, right? And vitamin D3. Yeah. But you'll never hear me talk about what you need is vitamin D3 and butter. I just find that's my fascination. That's what I enjoy. I imagine what I imagine, and I find myself doing what I do, like putting petrol in the car, checking the oil, and putting oil in me. I like oil. Oh, baby. All right.
Smeared all over his body. Right.
So there you go.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, you're only selling the pearl if you blame the petrol. Got it? Stop. Don't blame the petrol. Fill up the car, right? But just, you do what you do. You also got to drive the car. I mean, it's like, I'm driving the car and we're having a great road trip, right? Right? I'm driving the car, we're having a shitty road trip. I'm just going to stop driving the car.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Cool. Hope that helps.
Cool. Good one, Mark, in Manifesting.
Thanks, Mark.
Mastery.
I really appreciate that. Goody question.
Yeah. I'll just respond to...
Oh, this should be good.
Well, there was two I saw. I saw Adelia say that petrol smells like armpits. They don't smell like my armpits.
All right, my buddy Jody Patton used to say that tastes like cat's ass. I always say, Jody, I love you. You're one of my best
Your armpits
mates.
smell like cat's ass.
No.
Oh.
He'd just look at something I was cooking and he'd say, that tastes like cat's ass. Like, well, love you, pal, but right.
And Alice asks, do you know the questions before we do the show, or do I just surprise you with them? And in fact, it's the other way around.
She never knows.
20 compiles the list. I never know what I'm going to be reading.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, this morning, right before the show, she goes, fuck.
A lot of questions. That's about the extent. I just scan how many questions there are. I don't get to see them. All right. The next question's from Jennifer. Tips to fix my entire life.
This is going to be great fun.
Could you offer any tips to help me get out of this rut I've been in for the majority of my life?
Right. Cool. Ready? No. All right.
Next, is it? No.
See, here's the cool thing. Ready? Tips didn't get you in the problem. Tips won't get you out. So I'm going to do a crass commercial for manifestingmasterycourse.com, right? First, let's talk about diving deeper, commitments, and so on and so forth, because this is really important, right? We've got a website, 1,000 articles. We've got close to 1,000 podcasts and 1,000 videos, right?
Yeah.
3,000 things keep you busy for a while. They're all free, right?
Yeah.
For the people that say, oh, Mr. 20 just takes people's money. Really?
Subscribe to the email list. You get 221 lectures of Neville's that you download for free.
Yeah, when you produce 3,000 pieces of free content, then you come to me and tell me all I'm in it for is the money, right? I don't think so. Yeah. So, but here's the thing, ready? So first, a couple ways to commit to letting this become more than what it has been. The word tips drives me nuts. Not because it has power, but because it's just it's at a chunk size I find doesn't work for most people. Okay, here's what I want: commitment. First commitment is time. If you get on the 221 email list, basically what you're committing to is getting an email from me every day. right? I would hope you open it, read it, and apply it. Right? It's free, right? I don't charge for the email. It's free. It's fun, right? It's pseudo-random, whatever's on my mind. Second, if you want to dive deeper, you can commit with money as well, right? ManifestingMasteryCourse.com, buck a day, 90 days, 25 minutes. You get it? We're taking the commitment level a little deeper. You don't want to spend $97 when I find out if I'm the real deal or I actually answer my emails. You could buy a $7 product too, right? We've got a couple ebooks, $27 product, $47 product. Get them showing you how my business is structured, right? And this is important because you get to commit to, hey, right? You get to commit to coffee. You get to commit to maybe a date, right? Or a weekend together. You got it? They're all different levels of commitment. But tips, when someone says, hey, how about a tip? Yeah, get a fucking job, right? You get it? I'm not into tips. Yeah, I'm into techniques, strategies, commitments. And the more you commit to this, the better it gets. So, this is not personal toward you, right? But this is toward everyone, okay? Get on the 220 email list at freeneville.com. If you want something structured, 90 days, series of experiences, all that good stuff, manifestingmasterycourse.com, a whopping $1 a day. Give up the fucking donut, right?
Yeah.
And so on. Got it?
Yeah.
So commitment, there's the thing. Neville says to make this your way of life. He even says it's like breathing. I notice a lot of people make this like a holiday. Oh, I'm going to imagine something once and walk away from it. Imagine the big thing, it'll come someday. Neville says make it like breathing. Right? Every day, guys. Every day. My tip could be join MM or Triple D. Totally. Right? And the app is pretty slick. Huh? Somebody knows we got a nap out there.
Yeah.
Neville.app, A-P-P. Right? Neville Toolbox. Cool. All right. So there we go. Right? Commitments. Right?
Yeah.
Escalating commitments. Right? Just like dating. Right?
Yeah, just like dating. Commitments. Cool. Thank you, Jennifer. The next question's from Mary on Facebook. Easier versus harder.
Oh my God.
Why are some things easier to manifest than others? Why do certain things keep cropping up no matter how much revision or imagining is put into place?
Cool. I don't find one thing harder to imagine than the other. Here's what I do find hard. I just answered an email on this. This was a goodie. Because I made fun of the whole thing of manifesting. Like, yeah, I'm waking up in the morning, stone man, and then Jeeves brings me the martini and the coffee, one in each hand, and I got my Barbie doll girlfriends and my wife all hanging out with me by the third pool. I find most people have problems manifesting that shit because it's a distraction. On the other hand, what do you really want? It's always about you. It's always about a behavior change. It's always about a change in how you experience the world. So if it's hard to manifest, I love when the special peoples tell me and say, well, it's okay that I want to manifest Bob, my ex-husband, back, even though he's married to the bitch, because Bob blocked me on Facebook. But since it's my own reality, my own universe, and it's all me pushed out, I'm going to make Bob come back to me. Yeah, you're wrong, Mr. 20. I can do that. I'll say, well, Neville didn't suggest that. And here's the thing, right? If you're right, I'm going to imagine you sending me $10,000, your iPhone, and your sister. Right now. And you, what the fuck, right? And they never come back with, oh, okay. Right? Here's 10 grand. Then I got to explain. I really didn't want her to fucking come, babe. I'd take the money. But now we got to build a ditch. This is great. What do you really want?
Yeah.
Happy, loving husband. Happy, loving wife. Yogini. Right? Got it? Here's the thing. Right? Really, really, really noticing what do you really want? It's always about you. Don't forget her dog, too. Yes, I can see Bruce now. Oh, look at that. It's a poodly thing. I'm going to fuck with it.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking about fuck with. All right. So, if you let it all be about you, it's never hard. It may take a while, but it may take 10 seconds. But if you let it all be about you, it never is one thing that's harder than the other. Got it? There's where the fun is, all right? And keep diving into it. Post some more on the group about this. Help us just notice, like, what is it that you actually want? There's the thing, right? Like back when I used to do phone sessions with people, all the time, if they're struggling, it's like, right, you're making it about something out there and something else about there and something else, versus how do we let it be about you? Going back to the earlier one with mom, right? When it becomes all about mom, the detail level of imagining comes easy. The results come easy. Yeah, boom. But as soon as you make it about something that you can look for as signs, you're screwed. So, Cassie Bacon. Oh my God, is your middle name really Bacon?
Who will love that? I just want to thank you. So thank you, Mary. That was great.
Totally.
Question. I just want to clarify, Angela, I saw you post up, what app? Then I've seen some people go, so it's the Neville Goddard quotes, isn't it?
Yep, but if you go to neville.app.
Neville.app for your phone.
Yeah.
And download that app.
Yeah, you'll get some pseudo-random quotes every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I actually let it die. Yeah, the developer, I didn't fully understand it all. But for you guys that are waiting to make money online till you understand technology, really, do you think I understand technology? So I buy the Neville app, and he sets it up perfect for me. And then I let the domain expire, because fuck it, man, the website blows. You don't got to go there. Right? And then he sends me an email saying, hey, the app's dead. You got to keep
paying.
Yeah, you got to you got to spend like the $12 a year to have the name point to where everything goes. Fuck. Right. Yeah. So Guillermo, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Cool. So cool. All right, Vic.
Cool. Thank you very much. All right. The next question is from Louisa. Stay in the state. How to put yourself and remain in the state of your wish fulfilled.
All right. That's a war.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a war against something out there, right? Again, so I'm imagining being happily married, but Bob hasn't divorced a bitch yet. I saw her walking down the street the other day. She's still not dead.
Nearly ran her over.
Right? Yeah. I nearly ran her over. I'm imagining, dear Mr. 2020, when you're imagining two things and they conflict, what do you do? For example, I'm imagining being a safe driver, but I'm also imagining running over the bitch. Right? So, oh, that takes us back to the whole middle thing. How?
Oh, right? God.
Anyway, what was the real question here?
What was the real? It was how to put yourself and remain in the state.
On a state of your wish fulfilled. Cool. Loving, happy husband. Right? It's all about me. Right? If I go, if I make it about her, then she's got to do shit and be a certain way and all that stuff. And yeah, that's rough. Right? Versus let it all be about you. The thing also to remember, Neville said the state that you most commonly return to. Right? I'm always returning to loving husband, loving teacher, loving puppy, dad. Right? Sometimes I stray and I go BMW owner. Right? We all have all these different states, but as long as you keep returning to your chosen state, I mean, it's not like. And here's the thing: why would I ever doubt any of my states? I'd be doubting them if I'm looking for signs. Right? Mm-hmm. I've got some stuff coming in the mail. I always have stuff coming in the mail.
Always.
Right? I do. I'm that kind of a guy. Right? Especially now with the Y2K or the Ebola or whatever the fuck it is.
And then I ask you, what is it? And
you go, I don't know. This will be great fun, right?
Could be anything.
And then we open it up. But the thing is, whenever you've got enough buns in the oven and they're all about you in some way, you don't have time to look for signs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just it. I mean, it's like, I don't have time
this
to
is where I find it's a little bit confused. Well, not for you, Louisa, but like, because we've got the state of the wish fulfilled, like the desire, but obviously we need to have loads of those. And there's the states that we keep returning to of, like for you, loving puppy dad, loving husband, which is different from the wish. The desire, the wish. So it's, do you know what I mean? There's a lot. You don't. Really? Okay.
Loving husband, loving teacher.
Sorry, babe. No idea. Well, I was just saying, so remain in the state of your wish fulfilled.
Yep.
If it's sounding like there's just one bun in the oven, like probably one wish that
tends to always be it. Something that I can see isn't here yet.
Yeah. So,
by the way,
we should be, well, not should.
There's a lot of fucking wood in the garden. We got the big tree taken down. Mm. Right? Is there a lot of wood out there?
Yeah.
There's a lot of wood.
Years worth of firewood on
yeah, tons and tons of firewood. Right? How often does it get you down, though?
Don't get me down.
Get it? Why? Because you're seeing where the garden's going, quote unquote, in
Yes.
physical time.
Yes.
Because you're already there. You've already
Yes.
nailed, right, this is what, oh my God. Yeah, she experiences something. Oh, this is right. And then she does what she does. And she moves around the wood and stuff. The wood's temporary. Everything physical is temporary. Right? But the state of her wish fulfilled, the emergent garden girl, the emerging garden, there's the thing. But she could walk out and go, fuck, man, the fucking wood, there's tons of it. Mr. 20, will you help me move it? No.
Okay. All right.
Yes?
Yes.
You got it? So when she when she keeps returning to Garden Girl and seeing the garden and experiencing the garden as she wants it, people come here and they go, wow. And it's still emerging. It's always emerging. So, how's that?
Yeah, okay. And then I also have my state of Eugenie and all these other states. So
Totally.
it's not 24-hour obsession on the
Yep.
garden that I'm trying to achieve.
She cooks, she cleans
Don't do that much.
once a month.
Gave up on that.
Boom.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Cool. And by the way, Garden Girl is one state, but Garden Girl has all these other little states inside. Like, there's going to be an arch there. And she sees it. Oh, look at that. Oh, look how that rose is growing. Wow. You get it? All these different yummy bits.
And I guess that was responsible for, in a way, me wanting to become a woodworker as well.
Totally.
And creating these things in the garden.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So even Garden Girl has a sub-state or a cousin state of woodworker. And we've got this master carpenter, gorgeous fella, comes over and they work on shit. Oh, it's really cool. So Tom says, bloody love cooking. I love cooking bloody too.
Cool. All right.
All
Thank
right.
you, Louisa. The next question's from Mary on Facebook. Can I act out my scene? Hi, I have a question about creating a scene. Does it have to be imaginary?
Before you can act it out, you have to imagine it. So you can skip acting it out. Someone will say, well, acting it out makes it feel more real. Oh, right. So if I was imagining getting a great deal on wine for her, and I go to the liquor stop, bottle shop here, and I go in the bottle shop and I act out getting the great deal of liquor, right? In front of, well, Ellie would let me get away with it. She thinks I'm fun, right? But Dane, the store manager, would probably go, what the fuck are you doing, man? I'm acting out getting a great deal, right? Meanwhile, since they have an armed guard there now because it's loogie time, they'd probably cuff me, okay? The secret is if they're tying your wrists together, put them like this because it gives you that extra space so you can do this and get out, right? So here's the thing. Never do this. Always do this if you're tying your hands together with rope. Now, you never need to act it out. So never act it out. You didn't need to act out getting an answer, right?
You sort of put those words in there because she actually just said, I just have a question about creating a scene. Does it have to be imaginary? And so...
Yeah, that was also in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't have to act it out. That's the cool thing, right? You never have to act it out. You don't have to act out getting an answer to get an answer, right? You don't have to act out having got an answer to get an answer, right? You don't want to act out typing. Okay, I'm going to act out typing and then type. You get it? It just makes things infinitely loopy.
Yeah.
Versus how fast can you just experience the yum? Boom, right? So there's where I'd go with that one. Great question, by the way, because all the time people, it's like, well, if I act it out, I can, no, just do it without the acting out. You'll discover how fast you are because you don't have to act out taking your next breath. You just have to imagine what implies you're still alive, and you will, right? So that's where we get to play. Boom, get to the yum. You got it. Delia.
Also, have a look at the Alpha Action Setting versus Seeing
Totally.
series as well. I'll put up a link in there for you. It's on our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com. But it's a goodie series about that.
The whole thing with imaginal experience leading physical experience, I feel my wallet in my hand when I've lost it. So I feel my wallet in my hand, and then I find my wallet, right? If I had to act out feeling my wallet in my hand, it gets weird, right? And here's the thing. I didn't have to act out losing my wallet before I lost my wallet. I lost my wallet because I imagined something. Fuck, what would happen if I lost my wallet? There it goes. See ya. Yeah. Got it? Always go back to what's the real cause, and you get how fast you are. So, cool. One more. By the way, I absolutely love that you asked this, because if you had to act out either getting confused or getting gold from my answer, then you'd have to, like, stand around confused or go. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, got you.
Right? So, or it'll just naturally, like, you'll get it. You'll notice on the Facebook group, I love this, because there are people, they just imagine, I'm confused, I'm more confused, I'm even more confused. And they're basically living from an escalated confusion model. Oh my God, it's wonderful. I just get more confused about everything. I got married and got confused. I got divorced, got more confused about men. Right? Like, just stop it. You get it? Boom. So, I hope that fits in. All right. Victoria, I'm confused.
Cool. Thank you, Mary.
Virginia says she thought she was refunding. Virginia, you are.
What?
This is the refund.
I thought I was refunding.
Yeah. We're refunding right now.
It's not a refund, Virginia. Nice to see you here. Great to see you here. The next question is from Rion in Manifesting Mastery, or Ryan.
Good Lord.
Revision help.
At least two more.
I know.
Unbelievable.
And they ask, with revision, is it necessary to revisit past events, or can you stay present with taking the day-to-day from good to great?
I don't know what that means. So I'll just run with this. Here's what I do. Right? Turn some bad into good, good into great. That's just a habit now. Right? Whatever it is, right? Great day at the dog park, double great day at the dog park, right? Woohoo! Right? Just amp it right up really, really fast. As far as, let's say, classical revision goes, if something bad happened and it's been affecting me for years, cool. If it affected me yesterday, I revise yesterday. Right? Just what's the best way for you? What's the simplest way for you to nail something is the thing. To do it wrong, what I notice people do is like, oh, I'm going back, and oh, he's coming at me. Oh, he's lifting up his fist. Oh, look, he's got Pepsi instead of Coke. I've been traumatized over that for decades now. So do I revise and just imagine Pepsi went out of business, so it's only Coke? It gets nuts. Versus like, right, what do you want to change? If I bothered you yesterday, change yesterday. Coca-Cola. Right? Boom, that's it, right? So just find a point where you feel, right, if I change that, that changes what goes forward. Pretty quick. Again, revise yesterday, that seems to be a really easy one. So on and so forth. So, thanks for asking. Good question.
Yes. Thank you, Ryan.
Oh, I love that you say Ryan.
Well, I said Rion first, and then I wasn't sure.
I would say Rion.
Thank you, Rion.
Thanks, Ryan.
The next question's from Oliver in Manifesting Mastery.
By the way, you can revise how we say your name. You get it? That fast. How can you play with that? You honestly heard her say it one way, me say it the other way, or me say it the other way, her saying it her way, or me saying it my way, right? You can just have so much fun. Cool. You have to let us know how to say your name, pal.
Yes.
Cool. Super happy you're here.
Cool. Right. The next question's from Oliver in Manifesting Mastery.
That's Oliver.
Olivier.
Olivier.
Secret doubts. Hello, Mr. TT and Miss V. Hiya. I would like to know if you have any tip to help us getting out of the head and exploring more. For example, I want to find something productive to do with my day and not distract myself from reality like I'm doing. I want something to be engaged in. I want to have more fun buns other than the one big desire. but I'm not feeling any desire, impulse, or even opportunity to do something different during my day. Do I try the coffee game here too? Thank you for everything.
Cool. I just love different perspectives. I'm infinitely curious. And so many moons ago, I bumped into some old Native American people. And they taught me this thing that we could call the medicine wheel, right? And in the medicine wheel, there's a couple different positions. There's the eagle, the bear, the mouse, and the buffalo. And the eagle's really high up in the sky. And if you want to explore the world of the eagle, climb a tree and look out, right? Just notice what you see. Notice, like, whoa. I mean, there's some shit way far down there. If you want to experience what it's like being a bear, you go within, right? Then the bear goes into the cave and be still. Mouse gets on the ground and looks around. Mouse can't see far like eagle, but eagle can't smell the dirt and touch things like mouse does, right? Mm-hmm. And the reason I mention all these things is there's so much to be curious about. And I just find being curious... when was the last time you listened to a shortwave radio or AM radio versus a podcast versus... There's so many... We met Natasha at the
from the radio
thing,
station,
right? And she's a DJ, and I used to be on a regular radio station. And for like 2-3 weeks now, we've been talking about me starting up a little radio show, and I've mentioned it on and off on the podcast recently. But here we bump into an actual DJ, and I call her the other night while she's on the air, and instantly a shitload of memories come back of whenever I used to be on the local radio station in southwestern Pennsylvania once a week. And the experience of a radio DJ is totally different than doing the show, than doing the podcast. And it's cool because there's just so much to get curious about. There's some things like we're watching different shows on the Amazon Prime thing. There's so much out there to be curious about, whether it's history, technology. I would explore being more and more curious. And it could be something as simple as, seriously, climbing a tree or getting on your belly. Wait, how can you play? Again, curiosity for me is a big one with anything. Like, there's something showing up in one of my groups about being confident and making money and stuff. And so I'm not really all that confident. I'm very curious. Like years ago when I started this project, I used to send out an email once a week, once every 2 weeks. I was afraid of pissing people off. And I didn't become curious. I didn't become confident. I became curious because I was confident I would piss people off if I sent out a daily email. So I had a list of like 1,000 people when I started this project. And so I was emailing them once every 2 weeks or so, and that was nice. And then I was confident. I was confident I could email them twice a month and they'd stick around. And I was like, wow, what will happen if I doubled the amount of emails? Fuck it. What if I just sent out an email a day? Because that's an easy habit to get into. So I start sending out an email every day, and guess what happens? People leave. But the other thing happens. I start developing relationships with them because they actually start writing me back. Because instead of me being the guy that sends them something twice a month that they may or may not see, I'm the guy that emails them twice a day. And so this curiosity says, wow, man, like what changed? They had asked me, what changed in you? I said, well, look, I was confident some people would leave, and I was curious about who wouldn't, right? And then life got interesting. So my advice, somebody just wrote it, play with curiosity. Really, really become curious about what's possible. And you guys in Triple D really get this.
Yeah.
Right? Because curiosity is the cure for lack of confidence. And I am not all that confident, just to be blunt. I have no need for confidence because I'm curious. You get it? Confidence is just a concept. Curiosity is too, but I find curiosity a lot more fun. I am confident being curious is better or different or something like that.
Right.
So, Adelia says, I prefer my emails every day. Oh, don't stop. I'm thinking about going twice a day just to see who I can get rid of. I really am, right? Yeah, so because... I mean, here's the thing. If I'll go online marketer thing for a minute. If your people actually love you and you're giving them value, they're happy to hear from you. They may not read everything you put out. I mean, so far I've found nobody that stalks me effectively on Facebook or in the world, because we put out like a show a day, a podcast a day. I send an article a day. I put up comments and articles everywhere every day. And so far I found nobody that can keep up with me with reading all the shit that I post. Right? But I'm curious about who does. Right? Boom.
Cool. So I noticed through there, Oliver was actually repeating what you like, and he was talking. He said a few things straight as quotes from you about being curious and everything.
Cool.
So he's got, I think he's got everything you had to say, which is ace.
I love curious so much that I actually decided to learn how to spell it.
It's a funny sort of word.
You remember when we put Triple D together? I'm yelling at her all the time, like, how the fuck do you spell this? And once in a while I should say, well, how do you spell it? This is all, you don't want to know how I spell it. All sorts of extra letters in there. So Triple D Jesse, yo. By the way, since we've got a full house here right now, if you're in Triple D or MM, or you've been here in the garden, type in Triple D MM garden, something like that. Just let people know, right? Just for fun. So we've lost about 20 people, but 21.
Oliver says lovely, so thank
Cool.
you.
Thanks, pal.
That's great.
Cool. That's Oliver.
Oliver. And yes,
And Rion is Ryan, but girl.
I saw that female version.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Girl,
Ryan, for letting
chick.
us know. And Alice
Chick
says
version.
maybe you should do the next show from the hot tub.
I'll be doing a podcast there shortly, but we've got a really cool thing coming up with the hot tub guys. So we're going to do the radio show from the hot tub. It'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, yes, cool. A new thing again, actually, so that's going to be cool.
Yeah, call in, right?
Call in.
It'll be a call-in show. Right?
Oh, yes, it will be. Yes.
Right.
You get to chat for a bit.
Yeah,
ask
then we make you go away.
Yeah.
yeah.
You've been on too long now. See ya.
I've had enough of you. And our next caller.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. And the last question we've got here is from Yolanda on Facebook.
Cool.
I can't accept I am God.
This is so good.
Okay, I love Neville's teachings. I totally agree that we are responsible for our circumstances. But declaring I am God is something that my mind cannot accept. In fact, interesting, I said, but declaring I am God. But declaring I am a God, it's still like she can't quite, do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Make it one and that it's me, is something that my mind cannot accept. Since for me, if there is a creator God, he will have created the planets, the universe, and its laws, and all living beings, and I have not created it. I am the creation of God. I can accept that God gave me of his power, but I cannot declare I am God, because my mind just can't accept it. What do you think? Am I wrong? Please correct me.
Okay, everybody write this down.
Yes.
Where's the water?
Okay, I'll put that down.
All right, everybody write this down.
Write this down.
Ready?
Wherever you are on the YouTubes, yes.
Anchovies.
Anchovies. Salty eyelashes, as Yasmin Maxwell calls them. Yeah.
Anchovies. Write it down. Unless I see a couple, I'm not going on. So anchovies. Write it down. Let's go. Anchovy or anchovies. You pick, right? Thank you. Sizzle.
Good one, Sizzlin' Scott. And DD
Triple D, Jesse, Triple D, Scott. And Virginia, you didn't write anchovies. Come on. Oliver. Adelia. Thank you. All right, so let's go. Ready? Anchovies. Okay, I know a lot of people that don't like them who have never tried them. Right? I just find it fascinating, right?
How is that possible?
I don't know. Well, when the little grandkid was little, right? The first one.
Yes.
And so I was making something with the Vitamix. I used to make a lot of things with the Vitamix, right? And so this was not one of the raw liver smoothie episodes, by the way.
Gosh.
But it was something normal. And so I'm making something normal with the Vitamix, and she goes, "Pappy, what are you making?" I said, "Whatever it is." And she goes, "Yuck." All right, cool. So.
Oh, this isn't the cranberry one. No.
No.
Yeah.
So I said, "You don't like that?" And she goes, "No." I says, "Have you ever tried it?" And she goes, "No." And it's this typical woman. Right? Right? The look I get. Right? But here's the thing, guys. Ready? And that's not how I feel about women. That's called fun. Right? your concept of God has to die. And your concept of you has to die. All the time people are arguing over concepts. All the time people are trying to manifest concepts, right? You can't, right? Have fun. I'm not a fan of concepts. They're useful. Gee in the air. They're useful when they're useful. They're not useful when they no longer are. And so you get to let your concept of God die. You get to let your concept of you die. So by the way, you get to let your concept of reality die. Check this out. So people say, well, consciousness is the only reality, Mr. 20, and since I can physically see that he's with the bitch, that's an illusion, right? There's what's real, which is consciousness, and then there's illusion, which is what is. And I go, oh, yeah, you sound like you're heading for the mental fucking wacky ward, right? But what does Neville teach? Consciousness is the only reality. Awareness of being is God. And so what are you conscious of? I'm conscious of what I imagine, what leads. I'm conscious of the physical that follows. By being aware of both and their different natures, what follows never bumps me from my state, going back a couple questions, right? So my concept of reality had to die. Because a lot of people say, yep, that's real. What I imagine, well, it's coming. Consciousness is the only reality. I'm conscious of what I imagine. That's real. It leads. I'm conscious of what follows, what shows up. That's the physical world. Got it? You get to your old concepts have to die. Consciousness, reality, God, you, right? My old concept of me when I was 21 was policeman. When I was 23 and a half, right?
23 and a half.
When I was 23 and a half, I was never going to be a cop again, right? Yeah, that concept of me died. Yeah, concept of fucked in the head was there for a little while, because I was. Got it? Then that concept had to die because I wasn't a fan of drugs, right? They gave me amitriptyline. I took one and decided I was going to kill everyone in the room. And I thought, wow, side effect of that pill's not fun for me, right? And I dropped that, right? But here's the thing. You get to drop all kinds of concepts while you discover who you are and how this works. Some people got concepts about rich people, right? Rich people, they're all evil. Yeah, they're all evil. All they want is your money, right? I'm having problems manifesting money, Mr. 20. Oh, I wonder why.
Yeah.
Right? Women's is old gold diggers. There's one right there. I love that gold digger, Jen again. She's a gold digger. She's a typical woman's, right? Right? But seriously, yeah, I know guys that believe that. And it's like, well, I can't get in a relationship. Yep, they're all gold diggers. Right? It's like, right, they're not going to go near you as long as you imagine that about them. Right? What do you imagine about you to imagine that they're gold diggers? Well, I imagine I'm worth a lot of money, all $10. They're all after my $10. You get it? And here's the thing. You got to have fun with this. Because the concept of God that I grew up with was serious guy that killed all the puppies except for 2. Right? Serious guy that killed all the giraffes except for 2. Serious guy that killed all the people in the world except for Noah, his wife, and his 3 sons and their 3 wives. Yeah, you think the genetic thing worked out all that well because of that?
No.
Right? Yeah, you get to give all that seriousness up, right? Concept of God, concept of self, concept of what consciousness is. And here's the thing. Will you get lost doing this? I guarantee it. Anyone who really dives into this, you don't go from I've got my shit together to I got my shit together more. You tend to go from I got my shit together with what the fuck, man? Like, this is confusing, right? This is weird. This is called, it's called amazing. We have a call on that. But there's the thing. Whenever you change, whenever you let go of your old concept, your old chains, you get to discover freedom. And freedom is scary a little bit at first sometimes, because it's like, right. You see, I gave up the concept of trading time for dollars. Who would like to do that? Type it in.
Trading time for dollars.
Yeah, who would like to stop trading time for dollars? Right? When I moved here, I decided to build an empire. But as I built the empire, I was still under the thing of trading time for dollars, which is also what keeps most Forex traders broke. Because it's like, yep, instead of working 8 hours a day, I'm going to trade 8 hours a day.
Yeah, I'm
right?
stare at this screen.
Yeah. Versus Lance would go
Non-stop.
trade and then go play. But all of his disciples would trade and trade and trade and end up with less money at the end of the day. Right? They approached it like work, right? Trading time for dollars. On the other hand, whenever I gave up trading time for dollars, something happened. I got to develop new systems, new strategies, right? Just a totally different way of life and not feeling guilty about it. Ooh, got it? You get to give up concepts that no longer serve you. And that's scary because she was still trading time for dollars when I gave up on time for dollars, right? She would come home and I'd go, fuck, she'd say, what have you been doing? Not trading time for dollars, right? At which point she wants to start swinging, right? Because back then she was making this much money, I was making this much money.
Yeah.
But as
Come home and he's having a party. What's going on? What have you done today?
smoked a lot of ciggies, right? But as time goes on, right, when I discovered the world of not trading time for dollars and learned how to be functional there, I got to discover, wow, who am I and how does this work? What all can I do with this, right? And again, it all comes back to, and again, the whole thing, did I create the planets? Did I create the thing? At the center of it all, Neville says there's one I am imagining. And please don't try to figure that out. I almost hesitate to say that because people try to figure it out. Okay, if at the center of it all there's only one, therefore I can make him mine and make the bitch die without running my car into her. So I can imagine being a safe driver in one universe and having a run her over in another, and I get the personal satisfaction. You get it?
Yeah.
Versus right.
Yeah.
Just play. Just play. Just play. So, how'd we do, Victoria?
Did ace, babe.
All right.
You've been going really well.
Really well. I only had one lolly.
There's still 37 people here. Thank you for sticking around because it's been a
Thank
really
you
long
for
show.
sticking around.
Yeah, it's already after 11.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
I'm
So
supposed to be naked now.
that was our show today. Thank you so much, everyone. You what?
Supposed to be naked now.
Oh,
in the hot tub.
in the hot tub.
That's right.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, it's been a great show. Thank you, and thank you for all your timeless wisdom of the ages.
so Victoria wants to know something.
I do.
You got to make her happy, please. Will you make her happy for
Yes. Yes.
me? Right. So,
What was your strawberry bit?
what was it?
What was it? Type it
What
in.
was your strawberry bit, Victoria?
I really liked that last question.
Yes.
And from Yolanda, I think that was actually. I didn't say
That was
thank
great.
You,
Thank you, Yolanda.
but thank you. And yeah, just drop your concept of yourself.
Yep. Middle-aged man got a concept of myself. Oh dear. Right. Always drop them. Right. You can define everything rigidly, right? Or you can discover all sorts of play.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it almost taps in when you start discovering being curious and all of that sort of stuff.
Hoo-ha.
Like with Oliver's question.
That's right, Olive.
Oliver.
That's
so,
right.
yes, keep typing your strawberry bits in. What was yours, 20?
I'm just going to go with everybody showing up and typing and all that good stuff. Because, seriously, you guys are why we do the show. If it was just us, it'd be weird. Right? Just to be blunt. But, family, guys, this is what it's all about for us. So,
Oh, I love
boom.
you, Jen again. I think it was Jen again that put that up.
we got all sorts of goodies. Look at all that.
Love you guys.
Boom.
Cool.
All right, so,
Right, so-
let's do our crass commercials.
Go to freeandevil.com. Dive in, jump on that email list.
Pseudo-random goodness.
Yeah, every day.
Pseudo-random goodness.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
25 minutes a day, give up a donut.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
What's a donut cost in the U.S. now? Will somebody type that in for me? Like, seriously, what's like a Krispy Kreme cost?
Probably be more than that.
I don't know. I mean, like,
They're more than that here.
oh yeah,
I do like them.
every now and then Victoria comes home. There's like sugar on her bits.
Where
and
have you
it's
been?
like,
Nowhere.
It's like where's my
I just
change?
went and got some fuel.
Yeah, right.
They just happen to sell Krispy Kremes as well. All right. And for refunds, go to our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
That's right. Boom. $1.50 Canadian. All right. That's like $1 US, I guess. I don't know. What's $1.50 Canadian now?
Well, if it's $1 USS, then it's probably $1.50 Oz. We must be
Two
almost
dozen
on
for
parity.
2 dozen.
Oh, well, no. When you buy one, 2 dozen, you can get pretty cheap.
All Dave knows is you can get 3 small burgers, fries, and a Coke, and a donut for $6. $1.50. I'll tell you what. Yeah,
that's all you know, Dave.
So all you guys right now, you're telling us all about
Oh.
donut.
Okay. Have a great weekend, you guys.
Love you all. See ya at freeneville.com.